everybody. Like my new intros. I thought I'd give you guys some time to get on, and then that way, everything good. Okay. So, guys, let me know if my air conditioner is a little loud because it's irritating me already. Just saying. So, how's everybody doing? Um, I hope you guys are having a great week, great day. I have some serious shout outs tonight to a couple of my peoples who did exactly what I wanted them to do. And hey, Barbara. So I'm going to wait till we get some people going, and then I'm going to let everybody know what a great job they did. So anyway, tonight's episode is all about um, you guys and the anxiety you feel and the frustration you feel, and it's a never ending battle you feel. I'm glad you sounded good, Barbara, when I talked to you earlier. I'm glad. Um, this is hard. And so I think it's only fair that parents have a right to have some place to go and complain and, because I was going to say the B word, but, this is where you guys can come and just get the support you need if you need any. I know it's hard, and sometimes I'm hard on you guys too. I know it. I'm the first one to say it, but I'm on your side. Okay. It's not that I'm against you in any way, shape, or form, but I just wanted to say, I'm glad you guys are here. Hopefully we can get some stuff done today. We can get some answers to some questions you guys might have. And so, let's do this. Okay. My name is Tammy. I'm an advocate. I was thinking about it the other day. I've been an advocate, if I count when I started with my son, for almost 30 years. So, yeah. I mean, I like that. That's a big deal for me. Being with something that long is something, and I like it. And so I think I am a master in this craft. And then I went to school and I got some more craft and stuff done. So anyway, um, there's a lot of things that I learned something new every day, just like you guys. I learned all about Title I because of one of my parents in Title I. And somebody told me, homeschool for one, hey, how you doing, girl? Advocating for your child is a full-time job, and also caregiving for that child or anybody else that is disabled and elderly. Good evening, everybody. That was a mouthful, honey. And you're absolutely right. I've done it all. I've done that too. Caregiving for my dad, and now, my mom, who's pretty much, she lives on her own anyway. Girlfriend ain't having none of us living with her. She's not having it at all. She said, hell no. Go home, go to your own place. But anyway, it's hard. It's people don't understand. It's mind-boggling hard. Okay. I feel you. Yes, girl. I feel you. I feel your pain. Been there, done that. Okay. Still doing it. Disabled, sorry, but I know, honey. It's okay. I read it right. But it's a difficult road we go on. It's definitely the road less traveled. But it's not even like we had a choice. Somebody had to do it, and that's when I do. I'm all about that tough love stuff, and I know a lot of you hate it, and I get it, but it is what it is. First of all, I get frustrated. I'm frustrated because they're doing this to you. Number one. Then I'm frustrated because they're doing this to the kids. It's like they don't have any sense that God gave a TT5. And so I get really pissy. So, I want everybody to know it's hard. I get it. You have no idea. So tonight, if you guys I hate putting on makeup. I watch all those makeup shows. And it's a joke. It's just a joke. Look. I'm taking it off. Anyway, I don't care. Anyway, don't look at that. So, yeah, it is hard work doing this. And just like my intro said, the frustration is unreal too, because you actually think you're dealing with somebody who people who like doing this for a living, and then you find out not so much. Or they're power tripping constantly. It's like, I have the power and authority. No, you don't. You don't have the power and authority. Okay. The feds have the power and authority. They can cut you off right at your neck, because when you're doing stuff with money, lots and lots of it, you can get into lots and lots of trouble. So tonight, I would like to talk about some options that parents have. If you guys have any questions, I can tell you about some options. Okay. But first, I got to give a shout out to Barbara. Okay. Barbara's on here right now. So as I told you guys, I'm trying to, pull back, and I'm trying to advocate in a different way, this being one of them. And so I have been forcing my parents, my clients, my friends to talk to me less by telling them, look, this is what you have to do. Everybody is keep your head above water and trying to make sense of the school and private school. Let me tell you something. Barbara, been there, done that. She's in a whole nother phase right now, okay? She got one more kid. Her kid's aging out, her daughter, in January. Her son already did. And one day I'm going to get Barbara on, and she's going to tell you about her little escapade with the state agencies. That's a whole nother conversation. But anyway, so me and Barbara got into it because I think it's my fault too, in that I want to fix everything. And so I believe I made Barbara dependent on me to be the go-to person for everything. Instead of Barbara thinking it through herself, the first thing she did was pick up the phone and call me, which is okay. Except sometimes at this stage of the game, you have to be able to think it through. So I told her an issue came up with Social Security, both of her kids. These wombats are stupid. They told her that both of her kids, they were decreasing, and Barbara had to pay them back money. So I said, this is what you do. Get your paperwork together. Okay. You get your guardianship papers. You get everything you need, including the dumb letters that they're doing and any bank statements. And you skip your happy butt right down to the Social Security office, and you demand to speak to somebody for them to explain to you how this happened. That's what you do. She did it. Guess what, guys? Not only did she do it, okay? She went prepared. She did what I told her to do. She went down there. She thought it through. She gathered her documents, okay? She, after our conversation, she knew what to ask them. Basically, it's, what the hell? What are you people doing now? This is the same thing you did with my son, blah, 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 blah. Barbara went back and forth with them. They're like, just read the letter. Barbara's reading the letter. They said, read it again. She read it again. What part don't you understand, Barbara said? You guys are saying you're going to decrease it because there's something wrong with the money. Is there something wrong with the money? Because, guys, with Social Security, when your kids age out of school and they hit 22, with Social, even when they're in school, if your kids are getting Social Security, there's a cap on the Social Security your kids have in the bank. It's not savings, guys. You're not saving for them to have a car and that. Because if they have, like, I believe it's $2,000, and I think that's in every state. If they have $2,000 or more in the bank, in their bank account, Social Security is going to come and take some of that money back. They can't have that much money in the bank, or they get to cutting because they're the government. Okay? Yes, crazy people there. Exactly. They're all nuts. So Barbara did good. Barbara fixed the whole damn thing. She did it all. I just found out about it because I just read my emails, because I was like, with the emails. So I just read my email, and she sent me the paperwork, and I called her up quick. What the hell is this? She said, it's all fixed, Tammy. I said, what? She said, it's all fixed. I said, you did it? She said, I did it. I said, that's my girl. What about the other kid? She said, that one too. Everything good. And I said, there you go. That's how things happen. Okay? That's how you guys get stuff done. I don't have all the answers. And so what I'm trying to do is force you guys to do DIY. I'm always going to be here. As long as I'm breathing, I'm going to be sitting here for you guys. Okay? So if you guys have any questions, just let me know. Yes, finally. You did good, Barbara. I mean, I am so happy for you, and I'm so proud of you. You did exactly what I wanted you to do. It wasn't much. You said, oh, shit, Tammy's not going to help me. That's right, I'm not. Because you have to do it yourself. I mean, not for nothing, guys. I might not be here. And if I'm not here, what are you guys going to do? You guys can't. That's another thing. Don't trust nobody. You don't trust anybody. You trust you, yourself, and yourself. Like Beyonce saying, me, myself, and I. That's it. Okay? You don't put all the eggs in one basket. You can't do that. Your kids are dependent on you guys getting it right because everybody else is getting it wrong. Everybody. Okay? Does anybody have any questions regarding special education? Just feel free to pop in and just ask the question. I know everybody's talking about how's everybody doing with this weather. Here in Pennsylvania, it looks like a smoke fest out there. I mean, you can actually see it coming in. You can see it coming in. It's weird. It's bad. As soon as you open the door, you get hoarse. I'm starting to get hoarse a little bit right now. My mother was too. So yeah, I don't know how you guys are doing. How's everybody doing for the summer? I know it's kind of crazy, but I figured this would be a good time. Okay, here's a question for everybody. And I'm going to put it out there too, but I want to know how many. Okay, how are we going to do this? Is anyone interested in a group training file complaints, state complaints? Okay. So I'm going to see if I can post this. I know there's a way. Okay, show. There it is. Okay, that is so cool. So what I want to know is, if you guys are interested in that, I need to know how many people, and this is what I'm telling you what we're going to do. You guys are going to come to me and say, these are the violations. And then I'm going to show you how to write each and every single one of them. When we get done, hopefully, you people will be able to leave that meeting. Okay. Yes. Okay, good. Okay, I got one yes. Because what I'm going to do, if I get enough of them, I'll do it next Friday. Okay. I mean, I'll do it next Thursday. Instead of doing this, I'll do that. So a live training. So I got one. Now I want you have to get your paperwork together. Barbara, what are you doing? Who are you filing a complaint with? Who are you filing a complaint with? Your complaint, okay. This is special education, and I don't know what you want, Barbara, but if you want to do it, that's fine. But everybody that comes has to file a complaint. Well, actually, no, you don't. If there are people that want to just see it, that's fine. But then, if this is your complaint, like I'm going to need to know stuff to tell you, okay? What's your kid's disability, stuff like that. And you guys are going to have to tell me. And it's going to be live where it's going to be a panel, okay? It's going to be like a Zoom thing. That's what it's going to be. I'm going to have all the participants there. And I'm going to tell you guys, I need you to make sure you have your kids' files. I need you to make sure you have the IEP. I need you to make sure you know what your kid's disability is, because different disabilities have different kinds of complaints. So you need to know exactly what they did. If the school district didn't do an evaluation, I need to know, you need to know for me, what was the last time your kid did it. Now, during this training, what we can do is, whatever you don't have at this, you just still participate, but you got to take notes. And I'm going to tell you, do you have this? No. Do you know that? You're going to say no. When we come back next week, you need to have that information. So you have to write it down. Now, what I can also do is make sure that I record it for you. So when we're doing the recording, you guys will get a copy of it. Okay? So that's what we're going to start doing. Okay? So this way you will see I don't care if it's one person. I will send it out, and whoever wants to participate, or if you want to participate, bring your stuff to the meeting. You're going to be on Zoom. It's going to be right in front of you. Okay? If you want to participate and you just want to watch it, that's fine too. But if you're going to, I need to know if you're participating. Well, we'll know when we get there. So whoever shows up, I'll give out the email to everybody. Okay? And then I'll try to do this. If this works out pretty good, we'll get one complaint. We'll get all the complaints done as soon as possible. Okay. Now, my thing is with complaints is that I found the shorter you make the complaint, the better. There's no guarantee that any of this is going to get done. I mean, that you're going to win. There's no guarantees in this ever because of the players. You want to see it, Barbara? Okay, no problem. Okay, no problem. That's all you're going to do is see it. If we're giving out information, I'll punch you. I did all your complaints. You don't. Okay. But I don't mind if people just want to come and look and watch. But it's going to be email invitation only. So if you want that, then you have to tell me so that I can give you guys email address to participate. I have to give you the Zoom link. Well, it's actually not Zoom link. It's Google Meets link. Okay. So you're definitely going to have a connection. And I can do it on Google. For Google Meets, I can stay on as long as I need to. But I'm going to keep it till about a couple of hours, an hour and a half maybe, just so it depends on how many people are there. Okay. So I think that's a good idea. I think that's what we'll do. And then that way you'll get to, it's easy for me to explain to you how to do it in a video, but for you to actually do your own is a whole nother animal. Okay. So that's what we'll do. And I know in this one, I didn't give you guys a lot of time. So I might not do it next week. I might do it the following week just to see if there's anybody else that would want to participate. But I'm put it on Facebook and I'm going to put it on YouTube. So whoever wants to participate, I'll just keep doing it all week to let them, so we can figure out who's going to participate. I don't care if it's one person. I don't care if it's 3 people. I don't care. I just want to do it. And then at least somebody will see your stuff. And I want to make it live if that's possible. So don't mention your kid's name. There's going to be some prerequisites. Like I don't want you to mention your name, address, or telephone number, your kids. Okay. And I don't want you, if you don't care, that's one thing. Okay. But to protect you and your kid, as far as people harassing you, if they do that or anything, if they do that, you have to tell me because I will hurt people. But anyway, so just to keep it, copacetic. Just, use a pseudonym name, call you. I don't care what you refer to your kid, because it's even when you file the complaint, your kid's name doesn't come up. Just the school superintendent. That's all that shows up. Okay. So even when they do the investigation and you get the complaint, now what we can do is we can do it in sections, because when you do a complaint, there are sections that happen. So you file the complaint. Then you attach all the evidence and all that, and you send it off. Okay, good. The next step is the state's going to contact you and say, hello, we want to talk about your complaint. So then I'm going to teach you guys what to say when they do that. So that's the next step. So usually that's within 2 weeks of you filing the complaint. So prior to filing the complaint, I'll ask people, did this happen? If it happened, we need to talk. And we could talk as a group, and I can send everybody a link and this and have a link, and everybody can go and listen on that. So that way, when you're doing it, you actually have a recording so that you can refer back to it. Okay. How's that? Does that sound good for everybody? So we're going to do a live training for complaints. I'm going to schedule, I'll put it online. I'm going to schedule it in 2 weeks. So not next weekend, the next weekend. So it would, okay, I don't even have my calendar. So it won't be next week. I think it'll be the week after. We just got to figure out the holidays, but whatever the holiday. So it'll be not this weekend. Does anybody have a date? Let me see. Where's my phone? It's not here. Wait a minute. I'll find it. Calendar. Okay, guys, I'm just trying to find out. I just want a calendar. Why does it always have to price it? Yes, good. Okay, good. Stupid. Okay. I just want a calendar. Okay. Oh my God. July 2023. Okay, I can't find it, guys. I don't know what it is. July 13th. That's not next week. It's the week after. Okay. So I'm going to schedule it for July 13th. Okay. So anybody that wanted advocacy, this is how you're going to get it from now on. So If you want to know what to do, call me up. Now, this is the other thing, guys. I had a conversation earlier this week or just the other day, and I feel so bad because one of the parents was like, when is it going to end? And I unfortunately had to tell her, it's not. I mean, unless you hit pay dirt for real and you hit the golden school, it's not going to end anytime soon, because what you get, yes, brush up my skill. And I know a parent that would be interesting in small groups. Okay, good. Give me the email. It's free. It's free. Okay. So get an email. Tell them to bring their stuff too. Okay. I hate this because I don't know homeschool for mom. Okay, let me ask you this. Are you in Illinois? Homeschool for mom? I forgot what state. Not that it matters. I know you, and I can't remember. It's irritating because I don't know the handles. But anyway, if you know people that are interested in this and they want to find out, bring them, tell them to come. Because I can also do them on just doing the idea regulations. And then this way I can post them on my YouTube channel as a video. So that way you guys can all go in, because I'll name them, state group training on state complaints. Okay. So it's going to be like a workshop, and then everybody can see it. Okay. So I hope this works, because I think you guys are really going to like it. There are other things that we can talk about as far as having anxiety regarding, is your kid, going to get an education, and how is this going to affect them because the school district's dragging their feet, and what power do I have? Let me tell you something, you guys. What you don't know is you have the feds behind you 100%. Now, you have them behind you, okay? Which means whatever you have with the feds overrides whatever these ding-dongs are doing regarding, their local bull crap, okay? Nobody cares about a school district's written policy. If the written policy, like one of the school districts has this silly, and I'm going to show that too, has this silly thing about the contract for the paraprofessional not going to a team meeting. Have you lost your ever-loving mind? We had to get OSEP involved. OSEP had to come and write an email to the parent and tell the email, if that person is providing your kid with this, and this, and you want them to come, they have to come because you asked them. They can't say no. That's not to say that they don't. They do say no. That's how they roll. The first thing out of their mouth is no. If you ask them for something, they say no. But what you guys have to remember is, when they say no, you tell them to put it in writing. When they don't put it in writing, guys, you put it in writing in an email. Say, on such and such a date during a team meeting, or on such and such a date, I requested yada, yada, yada. Your response was no. You plan on sending me a prior written notice on all the reasons why you're saying that you just off the cuff, shooting from the hip kind of thing? You're telling me no? What did you base that no on? There's 7 questions under 34. Look. Let me see if I can do that. Let me show you something, guys. Okay, this is the what do you call it? This is for prior written notice. Okay, so every time you guys ask the school district for something and they refuse, they have to put it in writing. Okay, they have to put it in writing. And this is what the writing looks like. Okay, so let's go down here. See this one right here? Refuses to initiate. So when the school district, this is what it says, prior written notice that meets the requirements, this law, must be given to the parents of a child with a disability a reasonable time before the public agency, this is what I'm talking about, refuses. There's 2. Either initiates your proposal or refuses to initiate. And here's the 7 things they have to do. In writing. But feds don't get involved with, yes, I don't know where, I have emails. They do get involved. I can show you letters. Massachusetts was one of them. In Massachusetts, the feds found out that the hearing officers at the BSEA were employees of the State Department of Education. So from when they found out from when OSTEP found out, because the state told the feds that Boston University, I think it was BU or UMass Boston, was overseeing them. And so that's why it was okay for them to be employees of the state. That's poo-poo caca. OSTEP came back in 2008 and told the commissioner they have to separate. So from 2008 or from 2011 to back to 1992 is how long these wombats have been employees of the state. The feds finally couldn't take it anymore because there's a whole process, even though they say lack of FAPE, many violations. I know, Christine. What I hope to teach you guys is the law says this. You guys got to understand something. Just because the law says that doesn't mean our government is going to do that. That's why we have the Chief Justices of the United States. That's why you can you can start off at the local level, go to the state level, then go to the state level like a due process hearing. And then you can go to court. You can do district court, or you could do superior court, or you could do federal court. Then from there, you can go all the way up to the Chief Justices of the United States. The reason why we have that many levels of dispute resolution, so to speak, is because people don't do what the law says they have to do. So they keep fighting and fighting and fighting until they hit the Chief Justice of the United States. Then the Chief Justices rule, and then they have to do it. Okay? They can't just say no now. Because now because the law says this. The school districts, one thing about America, we have equal opportunity to argue your side equally. So in the negative, yes, and in the positive, yes. You can argue both sides equally. And that's why we have these different levels of going to hearing. So the feds do get involved. I need people to stop saying that. The problem is we don't know how to make them get more active than they are. And I think shit's coming down the pike in Massachusetts, especially after I file the thing I'm about to file. There's more than one way to take care of a school district and the state. And it doesn't necessarily mean you have to go to court to get it done. You don't have to hire an attorney. All you have to do is go to the right federal authority that oversees these people. And you know where it is? Money. Yeah. The United States Department of Education, Office of Inspector General, that's what they investigate. Misconduct by people who are supposed to be implementing the law. Violations of the federal law. In fraud. Money. Okay? What you have to do is you have to put your paperwork together, and that's what you guys don't know how to do. They are trying to change license regulations for teachers in math because of the shortages. It doesn't matter. Hi, Ben. Ben, oh, man, I got to show you this letter, Ben. Did I ever show you the letter, Ben, that I got from Nina saying that you can file against the state? Did I ever give you that? It's not right when the school district hires their lawyers to fight against the parents. It is what it is, you guys. Wake up, Barbara. It is what it is, okay? They're going to do it because they can. Not yet. Okay, wait a minute. Let me show you. I just want you to see it first because it's old. Let me see if I can pull it up. Whoops. Okay. Let's try it again. I really need you to see this because I didn't remember if I sent it to you or not. Here it is. You're going to die. Check it out. Excuse me, guys. I've been working with this gentleman for a long time, so you guys got to let me do this. So this is from here, Nina Marchese, okay? And it said, thank you for your email and your questions. She says, okay, guys, this is what I'm talking about. The bull crap that goes on. You got to be a haunt. Okay. And you got to know what questions to ask. You got to ask the right questions. So in Massachusetts has this unwritten policy that private schools, you can't investigate them and you can't bring them to hearing. Bull crap. Yes, you can. I pinned Nina Marchese on this. She's the head of the department in Massachusetts that oversees the special ed of private schools. Okay. Yeah. What? So listen. So she says there's currently no one serving the role, because I asked her about an ombudsman. Remember that, Ben? So she talks about the ombudsman and how they don't have one. An ombudsman is really cool because when you have an ombudsman over a department like the Department of Education, what they would be doing is overseeing the people that are working for the Department of Education. For instance, the Department of Children and Family, DCF. Yeah, I know. I'm going to send it to you. I got it all set up. I just got to send it to you. So I'm just going to move it up so you can see it. So in Massachusetts, I filed against a social worker. I contacted the ombudsman for DCF. I told him what was going on, and then I filed a formal complaint and I provided him with docs. She got fired. You can't go after DC. You have to understand how you go after people. You can't go after the Department of Education through the public school district. You have to go after the public Department of Education by citing the violations that they were supposed to implement. For instance, when you have a school district that's supposed to be implementing a particular law, like, okay, here's a perfect example. Okay, perfect example. So I filed a complaint against a kid. The state came back and found in our favor, except instead of giving the kids 315 hours of academic support, they only gave them 54. So I filed against them. The state, and we were in a hearing, and the state, the Department of Education, BSEA, kicked the state out under some stupid law, which I'm fighting right now. But anyway, what I then did is I filed a complaint against the state for not monitoring or overseeing the school district and the implementation of the corrective action. They have rules they have to follow. The state does. Nobody knows about this. Oh yeah, this is bad. It's really bad. Okay. I got it all written. It's all ready to go. I just got to put it together. And then I'm going to file against the state. Now they're going to have to go get somebody to do this investigation. But here's what I'm doing. I'm packaging it up all nice and pretty good. Okay. And I'm sending it to the Office of Special Education and Rehabilitative Services, which oversees, I believe, OSEP, or they're part of OSEP. Okay. Then I'm going to send a copy to OSEP. Then I'm going to send a copy to the Department of Justice. We're talking $7 million that the Department of Education in Massachusetts gets to do complaints, dispute resolution. So anything that has to do with dispute resolution, that's how much money the department gets off the top of the IDEA funds they get from the feds. Oh, this is bad. This is what I want to do for you guys. This is how I want to roll. I want to figure out how to file a complaint against them left, right, and center. And I'm telling you, I got enough stuff right now accumulated to go after PRS. That's the people who do the state complaints, to go after the BSEA, which is the Bureau of Special Education Programs. I have enough stuff to go after the department as a whole. Oh no, it's bad. It's all bad. I got all of it lined up. I have 4 clients right now. I can actually do a class action lawsuit. If I put this together, that's exactly what it's going to be. They're not going to see it coming because they're stupid and they think they're untouchable. 62 pages of text messages? Yeah, right. We're going to find out how she's going to feel about that when I couple that with this other document I just got from another person out there in Massachusetts. I'm going to show you how to do this. But right now, listen to this, guys. So this chick comes back, because my question was to her was, she told me that they don't do complaints against private schools. She literally said that over the phone. So I put it in writing. Let me tell you who I did it to. See what I did? So I sent it to Doofus, Nina Marchese. Then I sent it to her boss. That's Russell Johnston, the state special education director. Laura Duos, the feds. Miguel Cardona, the Secretary of Education, the United States Secretary of Education. He was just on TV the other day. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to block that out. So whoops. Okay. And then Nina Marchese. Okay, so those are the people I sent it to. This was for another kid. So it says, as the state complaint system has described, so now she's going to tell me all about PRS because I don't know. This woman has known about me for like 30 years. I kid you not. She's nuts. But see, she has to make it like I don't know because it makes her look good because she's crazy. These people are nuts. So as the state, so Massachusetts continues to have both state complaints, intake, and then she gives me the thing because she thinks I don't know. And she's doing this on purpose. It's insulting. But see, I made her look like an ass. And that's why she did it, because I sent it to everybody. So what she's actually doing here is proving that she knows better than what she told me. One thing about these people, they know I don't lie. I can't make this stuff up. These people are crazy. So she goes into the Department to Resolve. She talks all about what they can do, what these two agencies do, and with the departments within the department. Where is it? There is currently no one serving a parent's provision of faith. It was no a white girl served parent. It was in no way intended, nor does it replace the robust state complaint. Okay. Massachusetts continues. As to the other state complaint, as described, PRS will investigate your complaint. This was the part. PRS will investigate your complaint and make a finding in your case. In most cases, what they say, if your concerns are outside the authority of the PRS, will take the necessary. PRS routinely processes complaints against. Here it is right here. PRS processes complaints against approved private and special education schools and has done so in at least one state complaint that you have submitted. No shit, Sherlock. That's right. But that was after she told me I couldn't. So I forced her hand and I did it anyway. So guess what PRS had to do? The goddamn investigation. Yes, they did. I can't remember what it was. Similarly, the states to process complaint, routinely process complaints against approved by. So you got that. So the person that I was talking to who knew you, I'll send you this email. I got her somewhere. I wrote it down somewhere. Okay. So, what's this? What? Wow, this is great. Yep. Okay. Yes, this is what is needed here. Class action for kids with dyslexia is what we need here. Not just dyslexia, honey. To everybody. Everybody. You see, here's the thing, you guys. I'm helping all of the kids. So I can actually file a complaint against the Department of Education for denial of FAPE because PRS didn't do their job. Massachusetts signed a contract, federal contract, that stated they promise and they assure the feds that they're going to implement the idea. Not monitoring the implementation of a corrective action plan for an entire year is a big damn no-no. I got a kid right now that hasn't seen a certified special education teacher in 2 years. He's on an IEP. He has IEP academic services on his IEP. He has, as a matter of fact, to tell you what they did. They owed him all kind of compensatory services, right? These dummies issued the order, wrote up the compensatory plan because we couldn't agree. Because I wanted all of them and they decided, no, they're not going to do that. So they didn't give the kid anything. They didn't give him the compensatory services and they didn't implement the IEP from September to right now. So they owe him more compensatory services on top of the compensatory services they didn't give him. And now they owe him from when that left, it was from September 2021 to December 2021. And then I was going to file another one for January 2022 to June 2022. And now they owe them from September 2022 to June 2023. 4 years. I got to file 2 complaints. 2 due process hearings for 2 years each. Because they're no good. Don't tell me. I know they're no good. This is all the state's fault. It's all their fault. There's some, when you don't just write a corrective action plan, an order. Not only did they write the order, they wrote a compensatory plan for the school district to implement. And then never did nothing. They asked for the school district to give them the letter of assurance that they were gonna implement it. You know when the kid finally got a teacher? November 2nd. They got the order in August. They got the findings in July. They're a school. They're supposed to have teachers. But they don't, because this is what they do in Massachusetts. This is what they do all over the nation. The only way to get them is to go for the money. Take the money away from them. You want to see how quick they start stepping in line when OSEP starts talking about, hey, we're coming down here. We need to investigate this. When they have federal agencies, you're going to have OIG breathing down their neck. The Department of Justice is going to be breathing down their neck. Are you kidding me? You don't think they're not going to feel some pain? Because all of these departments in our country are not like Massachusetts or like any state. The feds rule. The feds rule. Because you know why? A good portion of the money, $643 million is what Massachusetts gets from OSEP. Are you kidding me? $640 million? If OSEP comes in and takes all of that money back, they're screwed. The Massachusetts is screwed. They will go into bankruptcy. $643 million? That's not chump change. It's not a few dollars here and there. That's just, I sent to feds, Laura Duels, Dr. Olson. They agreed, lack of faith, but said they could not. No, honey, they can't. They're not an appeal process. OSEP, this is what you do with OSEP. You create a statewide problem. OSEP got your back. Because OSEP will go after the state. OSEP does not get involved in individual claims. They don't provide investigations on schools, on complaints by parents. That's not what they do. You got to know, okay, that's the other thing. You got to know your players, people. You got to know who's doing what, who's supposed to do what. OSEP, OSEP gives the money to the state. OSEP gives the money to the state. When the state screws it up, OSEP takes it from the state, which means, guess what? The school districts aren't getting it. See what I'm saying? Follow the money. What I do is I get guidance letters, which I'm going to talk to you guys about too. Guidance letters from OSEP are like okay. And I'm telling you right now, we get them and they ignore them. School districts ignore them, but you know who's not going to ignore them? If you have to go to a hearing and you have that in front of you, you know who can't ignore it? The BSEA. They can't. You know who's not going to ignore it? A judge. You know who else is not going to ignore it? Any federal agency that gets your complaint. I just had a hearing officer tell me to stop sending my emails. I'm in a hearing. And she told me to stop sending my emails to Laura Duos and to Reese Ehrlichman. I ignored her, just like she's been ignoring me all this time. She can't tell me. I had to tell her, by the way, this is an open hearing. I'll do what I want. I'll do whatever I want. The mother said this is an open hearing. Bite me. You know why? Because these people are just like people that abuse other people, like they abuse children, like they abuse, husband and wives. You got to keep these people isolated. So what the BSEA does is, those hearing officers, they make sure nobody knows what's going on behind the scenes. Okay? So that's why when you go to a hearing, you can't have a court reporter for a conference call. And then after a 2-hour damn conference call, you get a 1-page letter that talks about the date, time, and the hearing. Nothing else is going in that record. The only way you can change that record is to write up a status report and tell them to put it in the record. This is what took place at that conference call. And the reason why I'm doing this is because the hearing officer wanted to talk about material facts of the hearing, and I objected, and she did it anyway. That's how you get them. You check their cojones at the door. Don't go after OSEP. OSEP is not doing that. OSEP is used to get you some backup, to make sure, to confirm that you're right about what you're saying in writing. That's what OSEP's for. That's why they have all those OSEP policy letters, so that people can refer to them. Judges rely on them. Yeah, they do. So that's how you work that, okay? So very hot, Texas. Our rattlesnakes are dying because good. I know I shouldn't say that, but yeah, it's weird here. Last year, it was so hot in Pennsylvania, I couldn't see straight. I was so mad. It was never, ever that hot. We had 100 days of 90 to 100 degree weather. 100 days last year. And it was more 100 and over. That was disgusting. That happened 2 years in a row. This month, love this month. I know it's smoky and stuff like that, but it's like a cool, like right now it's 80. It's dropping down to 60 later on tonight. And I am so loving this. I'm not menopausal, but I can't not stand the heat. I hate it. It just doesn't have to be that. I don't know how anybody lives in Texas, Florida in the summertime, and in Arizona. California, it's sometime. It depends on where you are in California. But those 3 states, you couldn't pay me. My brother lives in Arizona. He lives on Lake Havasu, and I'm telling you, he can only go to work from 12 o'clock, to 4 o'clock. No, what is it? He has to come home at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. He can't work in the daytime. They don't work that long. Oh, God, no. But, yeah, so anyway, that's some of the stuff that's going on right now. So what I want to do is try to give you guys, Ben, I don't know if you were on, but if you're interested in, or anybody you know, I don't care who it is, to doing the state complaints, how to file a state complaint, and then we're going to move it right down the line. So it's going to be a Zoom meeting where everybody's going to bring their stuff, and I'm individually going to tell people what to put in the paperwork. You're going to be able to write it while we're doing it. Your case. Okay, so all right, that's what I thought. So you can bring anybody you want, whoever wants to come. I'm going to post the I'll post the information on my Facebook and my YouTube channel. And then whoever wants to join, what you guys have to do is I'm going to start a new email address just for this, so that I can send you, you guys can send me your email address, or I can post the link, because anybody can come, but I can only hold up to 250 people. So the people that actually want to do it, those are the ones I'm mostly interested in. So if you know somebody that wants to actually write a complaint, then that's what, but you can come even if you don't. I don't think I'm going to have more than 250 people. I'll be lucky if I have 15. Just saying, it's the middle of summer. Ain't nobody want to do this crap. But just in case, that's what we're going to do. Okay. So I'm trying to do this, guys, every single Thursday alive. And I just haven't posted it right to get enough people to come in. That was my fault. But that's what we're going to do. And, yeah, Christine, that's another thing. What you guys need to know is there's a website. I'm going to find it for you. Okay. Okay. I can't. Okay. Who's that? This one? Okay, I'm going to show you guys this really cool site. Okay, and this is where you can get your OSEP letters. It's a Massachusetts, um, it's a Pennsylvania website. That's Department of Education for Pennsylvania. But check this out, guys. Okay, wait, I gotta take some shit out. That's not it. Okay, how do I get this off? Okay, I don't know how to get it off. Oops. What is this? Facebook. Hide. Okay. There. Okay, so let's say you want to find out. First of all, I'll put this link in here. Okay. Okay. This is the website to get okay. Carmen Hernandez. Okay, so who do I have? I have Christine Reynolds. Carmen. Oops. Just writing down these names, okay, guys? And Ben. Ben, do you think you have people that would want to come? You can bring anybody you want, okay? Comment if you want to bring somebody, you can bring somebody too, okay? So anyway, I use OSEP letters all the time because school districts don't know what the hell they're talking about. Neither does the state. Sometimes when I file complaints, I actually okay, good. So just tell them I'll give you the information and you just transfer it to them, okay? So not yet, honey. Wait a minute, okay? I'm gonna send you guys this stuff, and then when I set it up on my Facebook page, then you guys just go get it, okay? Just keep. What I'll do is I'll put up something so it'll alert you, okay? Like this, a video or something, okay, guys? That way it'll pop up at you. It'll be me talking to you because I'm learning how to do stuff. Anyway, so when I file complaints, I literally use OSEP letters because the states are dumb. And what they're doing is, if you don't know, they're not going to tell you. Okay. So there's a lot of stuff I know, but they tell me all the time that it's not true, blah, blah, blah. So, you know what? I don't even have that argument. So what I do is I go here. Okay. See, OSEP, the U.S. Department of Education, policy letters provide information, guidance, and clarification regarding implementation of the idea. These letters are reproductions of the U.S. Department of OSEP, OSEP letters issued from 1997, since 1997. Patton, which is Pennsylvania's special education, has organized the letters and archived them for access in a searchable format. Use this. This actually costs money to get. Okay. There's an agency that I was going to get it from. So let's say I want to find out about evaluations. Okay. So let me just make this bigger so you can see it. Okay. So then, whoops. So I just type in evaluation. So then I go down here, and then all of a sudden it'll have all of these policy letters. So this one contains, so you're going to look at them and see if it matches what you want. Okay. So to say IEP content related to, this is all what's in, all of this stuff is what's in this particular letter. Okay. So let's look at this one because it has when an IEP must be in effect, all of this. So you click on that, right? And then what will happen is you'll get a letter. Okay, so now I got to do this. I got to do it again so you can see the letter. Okay, here's a letter. Okay. So the letter has the U.S. Department of Education. So this person right here in Buffalo wrote a letter to OSEP. They asked him a question. Okay. So OSEP comes back and it says, this is in response to your letter to this particular person at OSEP. And then they go into that. So the regulations implementing. Okay. So now she's going right into the question. Okay. So she says, in your letter, you ask implementing regulations. Okay. In your letter, you ask whether it is consistent with Part B of the idea and its implementing regulations for a school district to adopt a policy precluding related services for all students with disabilities from commencing at the start of the school year. As an example, you ask if it would be proper for a school, for a commencing, what? Oh. As an example, you ask if it would be proper for a school district to adopt a policy that instead of beginning in the first week of school, related services for all students with disabilities will begin in the third week of school. Crazy. Can't do that. I don't think. The implementing reg, this is what OSEP said. So somebody did this to this guy, this person. Who is this? This was an attorney. Okay, probably for the school district, but it might have been for the parent. We don't know. Okay, so the regulations implementing IDEA 323 require that each public agency have an IEP in effect at the beginning of each school year for each child. So the answer to the question is no. The related services have to start the same day as the IEP starts, which is the first day of school. Okay, so that's what she's about to tell them. An IEP is defined, so she has to tell you what an IEP is. Yada, yada. A public agency must ensure that the IEP is developed by an IEP team that includes the required participants and is based on the individual needs of the student. Under 320, here it is right here, an IEP must include, among other things, a statement. So she goes into what the IEP is supposed to have. Then it says the IEP team includes the parent, yeah. So she's talking about the team right here. Therefore, a policy that mandates that related services for all children with disabilities will begin at a specific time after the beginning of the school year would not be consistent with the idea. See? That's why I love OSEP letters. So then what I would do is package this up and send it to the idiots. That's why I love OSEP letters. Because OSEP is interpreting their own regulations, which carries a lot of weight when you're in court or when you're in a hearing. At least it should when you're in a hearing at a state agency. But even if it doesn't, because okay, let me put it to you this way. Let's say hypothetically, you're in a hearing. And your argument is that this is what the school district did. They did, because that's a denial of faith. They didn't implement the IEP. Hi, Amanda. They didn't implement the IEP on the first day of school. So every day that goes by that IEP wasn't implemented, guess what? Compensatory. You denied the services because you made up a policy that you think carries more weight than the federal government. No. That's what happens. So when you cite that, just like this, you can cut and paste and put it right in your complaint. And then you cite the letter at the bottom. It's a footnote. And so you tell the hearing officer, if the hearing officer goes against that, that's called an error of law, and it's appealable. So you can appeal her decision stating that the school district didn't owe you anything because they had this little policy that they didn't have to start the related services that is part of the IEP on the first day of school. Okay? So now you can appeal that decision because this is what OSEP said. So, and it says, based on section but represents an interpretation by the U.S. Department of Education in the context of specific facts presented. Okay? Thank you very much. This person, I loved her. She passed away, but she was great. So you see how quick they answered it? It says right here, the regulations implementing 300.323 require that each public agency have an IEP in effect at the beginning of each school year. This guy is an attorney. He knows better than that. But see how they play games? They love to play games. All of them do. Okay, all of them. Okay, so I'll just do that. So that's why I love. So what I do is I send that in an email. So for instance, the other day, this BCBA, who's an idiot, Massachusetts, put in the parent requested the data collection sheets. So this dingleberry told the parent that he spoke to DESE, the Department of Education, Massachusetts, the BACB, the Behavior Analyst Certification Board, that gave him national certification and legal. We don't know. There's no names attached to any of these. This is what he put in an email. I spoke with DESE, the BACB, and legal. No names. Nowhere. And they said, basically he says, they said, I don't have to give you the data collection sheets, period. Data collection sheets and collecting data for a kid who's receiving ABA services is part and parcel of the program. You can't deliver ABA if you don't know what you're delivering. ABA is done by identifying target behaviors, and then defining those target behaviors, and then saying what makes you, did the kid, when you do this thing with the kid, did the kid do it, or did the kid did the kid did not do it? Because you have to measure. It's an observable behavior that is measured. So 10 times, if the kid did it, 80% of the time, that's 10 out of 10 times. Let's say the kid gets 10 trials, 10 opportunities. Okay? The kid gets 10 opportunities to do this task. The kid did it 8 times, the whole thing correct. If the kid does that for 2 consecutive months, for 2 consecutive sessions across 2 consecutive months, you can consider that skill mastered. Okay? But if you don't give that information to the parent, then the parent can't make an educated decision. Because what the guy was telling everybody was, well, I give you a summary. Well, bite me with your summary, okay? The school district has an agenda not to give this kid the proper services and not to show that the kid made any damn progress whatsoever or made progress, when in fact the kid didn't. I almost fell on the floor when I did the observation. I did 3 observations and I just wanted to punch him. The paraprofessional was doing everything for the kid. And I mean everything. So from our position, she couldn't do anything. She couldn't do anything. So the data collection sheets are part of the program. You can't measure it if you don't collect the data. And you have to collect the data a certain way. So under the BACB rules, the Code of Ethics actually says that upon request, the BCBA has to release the documents that the guardian or the parent or the person you're providing that service to is requesting. You don't get to keep them. It's not yours, stupid. Just because you're a BCBA, you don't own those sheets. You're not a school counselor, okay? And that's another thing. This idiot was going to team meetings and discussing everything that was in those papers that was collected. Guess what? That's like, once you discuss it, it's done. Now you have to, it's just like if you're a school counselor, the parents can ask for your notes. However, unless the counselor talks about it in a team meeting, she doesn't have to give it to you because she's a counselor. Okay, those are her personal notes. The stuff that this kid is that they're collecting is not personal. It's the only way you can do ABA. Guy's an idiot. That's okay. I had another idiot that used the ADOS. He didn't review any records. Him and the school district had a little discussion about how he's not going to review anything. He's going to do it cold. He did it cold, all right. He used the wrong damn evaluation. The ADOS has been outdated for 12 years. He didn't do the ADOS 2, and he's still doing it because nobody catches it. Nobody rats him out. That's why they do. That's what goes on with everybody, you guys. I call everybody. I pull everybody to the car. I put their feet right on the fire. You're going to be a teacher. You're going to teach. If you're not going to teach, I'm going to make you look like an idiot. And it's real easy because you're an idiot. So that's why I don't like anybody. But this is why I love Patton. This is why I love these letters, because it gives you, first of all, it gives you confirmation. It confirms what you're telling. It gives you, now you're vindicated because the school said no. Then what you guys say is no problem. I'll contact Laura Duos. I'll let Russell T. Johnston, that idiot over there, know what you people are doing, which means the state's in violation because your policies and procedures are not consistent with the idea. And apparently the state thinks it's okay too. Is that what you're telling me? It's another thing you guys got to learn how to do is bluff. Because 99% of the time you're right. Because the law is based on a reasonable person. It would be reasonable to think that the school district cannot get all of that money and do with it as they see fit. And if you think that, you need to go read about grants and stuff. It's not free money. For that, there are conditions. There are restrictions. There are limitations when the schools get a grant. And it's voluntary. So guess what? They don't have to comply with Doodly Squad. They also don't have to apply for the grant. But what the schools do and the state likes to do is they want it both ways. They want to get the money and then don't do their job. I don't understand that thought process. That escapes me. You're already there. Just do your damn job. I don't get it. Yes, I get very frustrated and I get very angry because I'm the type of person that if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. But I'm doing it my way. I'm doing it because my way works. It takes long. I'm sorry. I don't have a magic wand. I can't make all of this stuff go away, and I can't make it go faster. It is what it is. They have the saying, the wheels of justice turn slowly. They're not kidding. What we have to do now is figure out a way to speed it up a bit. And I think I found that way. When you get enough agencies investigating a state or a school district, believe me, it's like having your boss sitting right here asking you all kinds of questions, looking at everything you're doing over your shoulder. You make one mistake, you're fired. That's how you feel. Good. That's how I want them to feel. I want them to be as uncomfortable as all of my parents were. All the kids that didn't get the services that they needed. I want them to feel our pain, and the way they feel our pain is money. Money, money, money. Money, money. That's what they have to feel. And then they'll stop their nonsense. They're all walking around with their chests puffed out and stuff like that. Big Billy be damned or something. And they're not even impressive. I don't like any of them. I swear to God, there's not one administrator, there's not one person that works in the school district at any level at this point, because I know BCBAs. I mean, I was 99% done with school, and I almost quit because it wasn't worth it for me. And it was a friend of mine that made me go back to school, but I almost quit because I told my professor, this is stupid. Do you know what they're doing in Massachusetts? And I told her about the BCBAs and that stupid Evergreen school. You guys better check out and make sure that the schools your kids are going to, that they're actually using ABA and that everybody that works there is actually licensed. Evergreen has approximately 15 BCBAs, some with PhDs. The people that are delivering services to you, though, they don't even have a license. There's a woman in there that, as of the date of our hearing, hadn't been licensed. She was a BCBA, but she's supposed to be licensed in Massachusetts. Now I know my client can't do anything. I know why. I know why he has to take 4 showers because he doesn't have a bathroom routine now. I know why. What I don't know is why did that school district pay $1 million to babysit? So let me see. Maybe I should send the school committee and the newspapers some information so they can see how the school district deliberately, knowingly spent all of this money. This kid can't turn on a light switch. He can tear some shit up, though, for sure. Tear some shit up. It's my circle. I love circle. I love it a lot. But anyway, so that's what I'm doing. I hope you guys can come. You guys didn't ask me any questions, so I'm going right over there. I'm going to make a little thing, and I'm going to put it on my Facebook page, and then I'm going to give you guys, I can't do it tonight. You know why? Because I think when I set up the Google Meets thing, it's going to give me, it's going to punch out a link. And so what I want to do is have that first, and then I'll be able to give it to you guys. So I'll do it tomorrow. Okay. I'm going to try to do it tomorrow. And then you guys just pass the word. I can have up to 250 people. Okay. It's going to be long. But I'm thinking about 10, anywhere from, I don't care. From 1 to 10 is fine. I'm good with that. But anybody else that just wants to come and join, that's also good. So if you're coming, this is what you have to do. And I'm going to put, no, Texas. I don't understand homeschool one. I don't know what that no was for. The other parent is from Texas. Okay, good. I don't care. You can bring anybody you want. Tell them to bring their shit. Bring the IEP. Write down what you're complaining about. And this will help us get through it faster. But also tell everybody I'm going to record it and then send the recording out to everybody. Okay? So you guys have it for your record so you can go back and look at what I said for you. Okay. And if you want, because I can even chop it up. If some parent just wants their piece, I might, if you ask me, I might be able to chop up the video and then just send you your piece. Okay. Because what I'm going to, I don't know how it's going to work. So I got to try it out first. And then, but I will record it. So I can send you the whole thing. And then what I could do is just, it depends though. I don't know how to do it because everybody might be asking questions at the same time. So if you're asking questions, I'm going to tell you what to do on your kid's case. And then I'm going to go to the next person. So what's going on over here? Did they deny faith? Yes. What do you call deny? I'm going to ask you guys questions. Like, what do you consider denial of faith? What is it that you say they denied? What did they do? And then I'm going to say, is it in the IEP? And you're going to have the IEP there. And I'm going to say, do you have emails? Yes. What did they say in the email? Then I'm going to tell you that's evidence. You need to go make that a separate document. You need to have those things. Write down what you have, okay? If you have emails like I showed you guys, how I got that email from that woman. So the next time somebody says something like, Ben, I'm going to send that email to him. And now he can just jam it down her throat and say, yeah, this is what you said to Tammy a long time ago. So don't tell me. And I did take Evergreen to hearing, and I won. They didn't do much. They didn't do shit. So anyway, and that was last year. So they do have hearings. So it doesn't matter what those stupid people are telling you. You guys don't listen to everything they say. If they're telling you something, do me a favor. Think it's a lie. It's easier. Because if you believe it's a lie, then you're going to go do your own research. You're going to go call somebody else. And be careful, you guys. Don't call the fox about the chickens. If you're going to call somebody, then you're going to, what you need to do is first do your research. Okay? First do your research. Come here and I can show you a letter. I can get you some information that you can use. Just like I showed you this one. I can do that. Can you please send me Nina's email too? She told you that too? See, this is what I'm talking about. She's just a lying sack of dirty drawers. I can't stand that woman. What's your email address, honey? I think you put a Reynolds. Wait a minute. Send. Well, I gotta write it down. Send email. Nina, email to Ben. Are you the one that asked for it last time, Christine? I thought it was a Regan. I thought it was another girl, but I can send it to you. I don't care. I do not care. I just gotta redact it. There's an email on there I don't want to send out. Send Nina email to Ben, Christine. Okay. Thank you. All right. So it's so your email is Reynolds at hotmail.com and send it to Ben. Okay. I'm going to redact it and then I'm going to send it out to you. Okay. Hey, Meg. How you doing, girl? I was talking about you today. That's my other girl. That's what I want to tell you guys. I got everybody here. So, Meg is the bomb. She's just the bomb. So, last week I told you guys how she went to this PTO talking all kind of stuff about Title I, asking the PTO chair about Title I. The next thing you know, girlfriend's walking out the door, and now she's the assistant liaison special ed person thingy at the PTO. She has the title and everything. This goes directly to what I was telling you guys. You can make a difference. Go ask some hard questions. That's what Meg did. That's what Megan does. She has hard questions, and she's not afraid. The difference, the problem is with you guys is you don't know what questions to ask. I get it. It took me a long time to figure out what's the right question. How do I make them answer the question to give me the answer, yes or no? Okay? So that's what she's learning how to do. And hats off to her. Because I know, and I said this earlier, Meg, I am tough. I'm a really tough person when it comes to this because you guys need to be tough. If you can handle me, you can handle anybody. Okay? I know I'm hard to deal with. My mother bought me a t-shirt and it says I'm not for everyone on it because I'm not. I ask hard questions. I ask questions that I know is going to make them uncomfortable and they don't want to answer it. And I do it on purpose. And I do it in front of a whole bunch of people. Just like I sent that email to Doofus. You know why? Because now she answered the damn question. Yes, you can file against the private school. No, get in, moron. You've been telling us we can't. So you're the third person that knows that from her. She lies. You know why she told me the truth? Because I put everybody in the federal government on that email, including her boss. Really? So yeah, she had to come back and tell the truth. That's how you get them. When I'm now a target with lawyers only meetings. Honey, you're not a target. The reason why they're bringing their attorneys there, you guys listen to me. When the school district is bringing their attorneys, they're afraid of you. They're afraid. They're trying to control what's going on at the meeting. And what you do is what? Because there's an email, there's a OSEP letter on attorneys going to team meetings. Yeah, because I told them that too. It's adversarial. You're making a situation more difficult by bringing in your lawyer. So what I told them is, you better come correct and understand this. Your lawyer can come. And if your lawyer's coming, your lawyer opens their mouth one little bit and we have to go to hearing, guess what I'm doing? I'm calling that person as a witness. Now what? Well, you can. Yes, I can. You participated in this meeting. I'm calling you as a witness. Bite me. Stay in your lane. No. Lawyer. Be a lawyer. Be a lawyer. That's the truth. But yes, they have now retaliated. What do you mean they retaliate? Nobody cares. That's not retaliation. I'm going to show you what retaliation is. When they see the feds coming for them, they're going to be like, oh, shit. It's not retaliation. It's just these are your options. How to exercise your rights. Oh, Meg, I'm offering everybody an opportunity to bring a complaint to the table. And it's going to be a small group. And we're going to write everybody's complaint at the same time. We're at least going to start it. So it's going to be on Google Meets, and it's going to be on July 13th is what I'm going for. So And you can, if you want to participate, fine. If you don't, that's fine too. You can just come and watch and see what other people are doing. Okay. So, but yeah, I'm always a target. Target, please. Don't nobody care about being a target. All they want to do is try to intimidate you. You know who they can't intimidate? Me. You know, I don't care. Like the hearing officer told me not to put Laura Duo's name and Reese Erlichman's name in the email about what's going on in our hearing. I did what she's been doing. I ignored her, and I did it again. And I'm going to continue to do it. Don't care. Stop acting stupid. Nobody will know what you're doing. Okay? So that's how I get them. Put everything in writing. Everything. Make them put it in writing. This is what you guys have to do. You have to make them say it, just like in that email I showed you earlier. You have to make them say it. And the only way, because I'm telling you, the law's on your side. You got the big guns behind you. You guys got the feds. Who they got? Russell Johnston? Yeah, right. They got nobody. And let me tell you something else. None of those representatives in Massachusetts are doing jack doodly squat, including that Elizabeth Warren person, Miss Thing. I help people. Yeah, she ain't helping us. I don't want to hear it. Don't care. So when Massachusetts has a whole bunch of people coming for them, they brought it on themselves. Because I ain't stopping. I'm not stopping, and I know how to put everything together. I'm showing the boobies. I know how to put everything together, so that's what I'm going to do. Awful. Sick of that. Well, honey, let me tell you something. I've been telling my girl this all along. It's like this everywhere. I am not kidding. I can't tell. I'm in Arizona, Illinois, Utah, Quincy, Westfield. I mean, I'm all over the place. I was anyway. Brookline. I'm everywhere, all over the nation. I have yet to be in a school district that was doing the right thing. Because here's the thing, guys. The only time you guys call me is when this shit is hitting the fan. That's how I know there's something going on in your school district. And if it's going on with you, it's going on with everybody else. Nobody's telling. You guys aren't talking. You got to start your little groups. You know what I learned in the last couple of years? What really works for us little guys? Protests. That's what works. That's what we have to do. And there's different ways to protest. Different ways. Start a YouTube channel. Start a Facebook channel. You know what I did? I have a Facebook channel on the BS. I have a Facebook group page for the BSEA. You know what you do? They won't let you put stuff on their Facebook page, but you know where they can't stop you? Twitter. And every dumb school district in America has a Twitter account. Now Twitter's even better than friggin' Facebook. Oh, you really want to get them? Do a TikTok commercial. Go ahead, do that. Make fun of them. Use their names. As long as you can prove what you're saying is true, go with it. Make sure you have the paperwork. Then make fun. Then people will start talking. Did you see that? Did you see that? There's a way to make it. I'll show you guys how to do it. How to make a Facebook page. That if somebody punches in the Facebook page for the school district, they're actually going to get yours. So everybody will come to your page, or two will pop up. One you can make posts. The other one you can't. Oh yeah, it's fun. I like it a lot. I'll show you how to do that too. Let's see. My son literally made a Twitter page using school logo. See, for kids who are see, I told you he's dead. Exactly. You guys don't understand. We have so many things at our disposal now. It is unbelievable. We can make them make the changes. We can do it without going to court, without hiring a lawyer. We're just going to stick the big guns on them. That's all. Big dogs. Get the feds in there. Make the feds do their job too. Make the feds do their job. One time I was trying to get this thing from OSA. I had a whole bunch of emails from all kinds of people. As soon as Miguel Cardona became the United States Secretary of Education, because we had to get rid of that other idiot, Betsy DeVos, whatever her name is. Soon as her ass was gone, I sent an email, and I sent all the emails, all the email thread And I put his name on it. And I said, is there a special reason why OSEP can't answer this question? This is how long I've been waiting. It was months, might have been a year. I said, I've been asking this for a long time. Is there a special reason why nobody's answering me? So I got my answer real quick, like a couple of days. If you have ideas on how to pressure feds with my parents as systemic complaints, let me know. I will. It's easy. You got to get you, but what you guys have to do is, you can't do this all the time, just talking. You have to have the paperwork, and it has to be the right paperwork. It can't just be crazy paperwork. It's got to be the right paperwork. You got to be able to prove whatever you're alleging in your complaint, even to the feds. It can't be, wishy-washy and all over the place. No, it's got to be clear, concise, to the point, cite the laws. It's not a meeting of the minds. You have to make sure that they understand the violations and that you understand the money that is not going to the kids. You have to push that argument. The money is not going to the kids. We don't know where the money is. We got $1 million. I just got, you guys don't know this. You can get the grants, the Title I grants. If your school district is a Title I school, you can get their grant, the actual grant, how much money they got, where they spent it, the whole damn grant. You can get it from the state. It's a public record. I just got one. It's not pretty. That school got $1.2 million. And one of the schools in the district, which was a target assisted school for Title I, got $82,000. And my kid got a paraprofessional that worked at Starbucks. Needless to say, I'm a little pissed. Okay? A little pissed. She worked at Starbucks. She has been providing almost 90% of this kid's education. 90. She's with her all day long. Well, if you look at the IEP, it looks like 8 hours a day. Because they're stupid. They don't even know how to write an IEP. That's what I wanted to show you guys. You guys know they got a new IEP from Massachusetts, right? It's kind of cool. I kind of like it. Kind of like it a lot. Let me see. I thought I had it up. Yes, I do. There it is. Okay. I just want to show you guys this, and then I'm going. Okay. Check it out. Isn't this cool? So guess what you do? So you pull it up, right? And then all you have to do is this, look. You put check marks on stuff. So if you wanted to write something, right? So you go like this. Go all the way down. And what happens, see what it does? So it makes this thing here. And then you click it again and you get to keep typing. See, before when I did them, I had to move the lines and everything. Now you don't have to do that. This is the new ones that are coming out. Okay? This is what it's gonna look like. It's stupid. They got shit all over the place. But it's not as bad as I thought it was, and I started working with it. So if you see the new ones, this is what it is. But it's still easy to fix. So see, you just go in and check. I was doing all kind of fancy dancy stuff for my PDF because I have Adobe, and I didn't need to do none of it. Look, you just click on everything, yes or no, and then you just start typing. This one, no. So then it says classrooms accommodations, so you put everything in here. Yeah, I see the little thing popped up. Isn't that cool? That's the new IEP. Now, I don't know what it's going to look like when I punch it out, but what I'm thinking is it's going to be huge because all of this stuff is going to print out. Yeah. Okay. So each section will be, so I don't have to do anything. I don't have to move around nothing. And it's on the new website. I mean, it's on the DESE website. So you guys should really start getting familiar with it. So you'll be ready for it. If your kid's getting a new IEP the beginning this year or sometimes this year, they have to start using them right away. Okay. I know, honey. I know everybody's sick of Massachusetts because they're stupid. That's why I left. I like it here. I don't know anybody. I know that's bad, but I don't know anybody, so I'm happy here. So the only people I know is you guys out there in, you know, YouTube and Facebook land. So anyway, so I hope this helped. I'm gonna try to post the stuff to do, earlier so more people can come and you guys are more um able to join. I'm also I did say I was gonna try to write a book, so I'm gonna try to write a workbook on um how to put complaints together and due process and all that stuff in a nice handy dandy workbook. Okay, a big one, a real workbook. Okay, so I want to thank you guys for coming. I'm going to keep you posted about what we're going to do on July 13th, which is going to be kind of cool because I know nobody's doing this, and if they are, it's all convoluted. It's going to be personal. It's going to be about each individual person who wants to write a complaint against a school district. It's going to be your thing. So you come with the papers, we'll do yours. Whoever comes with the papers, we're gonna break it down. We're gonna do everybody's. Okay. We're going to try to get as much done. Please do our marketing. Okay, good. Push it out there. Let everybody know. But the only people that can come is invitation only. Okay, so it's not going to be on a live like this. It's going to be on a Google. What is that thing called? Google Meet. Okay, so I'll talk to you guys next Thursday. So if you have any questions, you want to ask me, or you want me to discuss, if there's something that you want me to talk about, please, by all means, let me know ahead of time, and I will do the best I can. Okay. Talk to you guys soon. Love you. Take care. Be safe. And I don't know if wherever you're at, I hope you don't have the same air quality that we have, which is pupukaka. Ours is 150 air quality. So anyway, good night, everybody. And for my parents with power, Meg and Barbara, congratulations. You guys did a good job. You guys are doing good. Keep it up. I really appreciate it. And I'm glad you're taking a step. Charge. Night, everybody.